In today's episode is going to be very, very expensive. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is AkaLegendary and welcome back to BeamNG.drive. Quickies, today we're checking out the 2018 Bentley Bentayga. This is a real-life car. Alerta always love to see these. A lot of people think it's not lore-friendly to have a Bentley and BeamNG.drive, but you know what, I don't care. This thing's awesome, man. Look at this thing. Very, very, very expensive car, and you can definitely tell now one of the selling features of this mod. My god, dude, that is huge. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is like one of the higher trim versions of this car, but there actually is quite a few different versions of it, as you can see. So we have the simple traffic, I am assuming this is, so you can add them to be traffic, and they're like a little bit less poly, cause that's how the traffic works in this game. You can make it so they're like kind of lower poly, so doesn't stress the game too much. Then you got the diesel V8 activity. I don't know which one of these is the best version. We also have a rally edition, which we'll have to check out. I'm driving right now is the answer. This is what's this one body kit based off the Black Edition V or W12, so it's kind of based off this one. A two-toned colors. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on traffic, and we're going to take this thing for a spin. Like I said at the beginning, this is going to be a very, very expensive episode, because something tells me we're probably going to crash this poor Bentley quite a few times. Bentley lovers, if you do exist, I apologize for this episode. So yeah, this thing is pretty fast. Let's do a speed test here. What a crazy ass. It is quite a lot of power. God, that's a lot of weight in the back. This car you can call God good. Now that it is no longer sliding in all directions, we can do an acceleration test so easily. And at the end we also do a top speed. We're doing pretty good here, man. Yeah. Already 200 kilometers per hour. 250 kilometers per hour. Wow, how fast it's growing. 260. Now let's crash it into a tree and see what happens. Oh ho, you have no chance of survival. Wow. I like it. Now I'm curious, does this have other prices listed? So yeah, you're looking at about $200,000 for this particular car. This one, the Star Tech. How much is this? Yeah, they're all around $100,000. I'm assuming some of these would be more expensive than others. That actually sounds kind of cheap to me, doesn't it? I feel like I've heard for Bentleys going higher than that. Maybe I'm thinking Rolls-Royce. I don't know. It's no jump change, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, that is more than some people's houses. Oh god, if I'm going to say anything about this car is that it does not turn on a dime. That is for sure. This is a big, heavy SUV, and man, you can feel it when you're trying to hit those turns. It's not a race car, that's for sure. This is something you take the kids out of school and you got to this is a grocery shopping cart. Oh my god, how you look at, oh what a mess. What an absolute mess. Does this car have modeled seat belts? You don't see that very often. Yeah, it does. Seat belts right there, and we even got the seat belt. That Star Tech looks pretty darn quick, so let's try this one out. This is a pretty cool body kit on this thing. I don't know if that helps with the aerodynamics or not, but it does look pretty cool. Oh, and the old black leather interior, you're going to hate that in the summer. In terms of exterior appearance, the Bentley Bentayga exudes a distinct charm, flowing lines, and an impressive front, with elegant headlights that emphasize the iconic grille of the Bentley brand. Give it an unmistakable presence on the road. Every detail, from its curved shapes to the quality of the finishes, invites you to explore more. This suspension test does not really give the car an advantage in this regard. The car was dusted, hahaha. Now let's talk about the Bentley Bentayga suspension, the magic part that makes this SUV dance. On any kind of road, it's like it has its own set of superpowers to handle any driving situation. This car not only moves gracefully on the roads, but also juggles the height in a manner worthy of a circus. Its air suspension can raise or lower its level, like a circus performer jumping on a narrow chair as you cruise down the highway. It sits low to become a real ace in aerodynamics, making you feel like you're flying. Then, when an obstacle comes up, or when you want to impress your mates with an off-road drive, the Bentayga stiffens its suspension, rising with preternatural grace to deal with all the potholes and rocks in its path. It's practically like an acrobat that adapts to any situation, giving you an incredible show of maneuverability and comfort. This suspension not only takes you to your destination, but also pampers you during the journey like a personalized massage chair. It gives you the feeling of being on the red carpet as you walk the roads of life without feeling any bump in the road. So the Bentley Bentayga suspension isn't just a simple system, it's magic in action, turning every ride into a spectacle of comfort and performance. Let's enter the world of off-road adventures with the Bentley Bentayga. Imagine this elegant and luxurious SUV turning into a brave adventurer on rough terrain, like an aristocrat who decides to have fun in the mud. So, let's see what this luxury car does when it leaves the paved roads and hits the off-road tracks. Let's imagine that the Bentley Bentayga is a gentleman who has traded in his tailcoat for full explorer gear. When he steps into the world of off-roading, he shows his true adventurous nature. First of all, this SUV is like a master of balance on difficult terrain. Its clever air suspension behaves like a yogi, adapting to everything, raising the car to avoid rocks or lowering it gracefully to tackle a steep mountainside. It's like it has its own set of dance moves for each type of terrain. And don't forget its special off-road driving modes. These aren't just dresses for the car, they're superpowers that allow it to turn into an expert at running on sand, jumping through mud, or climbing hills with astonishing grace and safety. It's like the car is made of magic and technology at the same time. Then comes the time when it comes to grip and raw power. Its all-wheel drive system is like a team of seasoned rock climbers, distributing power to each wheel so there's no chance of it getting stuck in sand or mud. The Bentayga also feels at home in difficult terrain. It's like being a gentleman who has put on his work gloves and is happy to get down and dirty to experience adventure in a unique and exciting way. The engine is the real heart of this car. It's like having an award-winning athlete under your hood. Not only does it accelerate like Elon Musk's rocket, but it also has incredible power that makes you fall in love with speed in an instant. Accelerating it, it's like being teleported from one place to another, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in such a short time that you only have time to say wow. It's like making a stopover on the time scale and suddenly finding yourself further along the route than you thought you could. Every time the acceleration starts, it's as if you feel time start to slow down around you. The car jumping into action is like saying, come on, I see boredom on these straight roads. Let's give them a ray of hope and speed. The acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is so fast that you have time to wonder if you have been teleported to another dimension. It's like being the protagonist of an action movie. The sound of the engine becomes music to the ears, and every kilometer is a new chapter of your adventure. It's like having a subscription to the world's greatest roller coaster, with unlimited rides and extreme sensations. Driving the Bentayga is like being in a space rocket race. Its acceleration is like speeding towards a beckoning star, and the car takes you on a fascinating journey, making you feel like you are flying on the wings of speed and modern technology. So, if you want to experience the feeling of time travel, where every second is a suspense and every acceleration is like catching the speed of light, then the Bentley Bentayga is the car that will teleport you on a thrilling adventure on 4 wheels. In conclusion, the mod is good, worked very well with attention to details, I will leave you in the description where to download it and maybe support the modder with attention so that he can make other beautiful cars in the future. I wish you a wonderful day, and don't forget that you can also support me with a like and subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.